Dobry wieczór. Good evening, I believe. Okay then. So, here is our finisher for tonight. Probably BPS versus Tom. Expect Aerowalk picked by BPS and Blue Yard picked by Tom. Ah yeah, Shema, I knew about that one. Not Shimano though. Wokiet. Pizda, I know that's not cool. So no, I won't try this. But just Shema, I understand is like, hey. Notice my great pronunciation of Wokiet. Maybe I have the ch wrong, but the w. Nobody knows this outside of Poland, I think. Well, I mean, people in the Slavic language region, they know this. People who study a bit, they know this, but most people probably don't. I said Wokiec, like the L with a diagonal across it. Like the city of Woods, I believe. It's just the noise reduction may have swallowed the W. So they're on a server here. Last IP, hopefully this has QTV. It has QTV. BPS is learning the spawns with /kill. It's a good strategy. That's how I learned new maps in Quake 3 leagues. I would wander around, kill, and try to do, okay, from here, how do I get to red armor? How do I get to quad? How do I get to rocket? How do I get to whatever is important? That works pretty well. Get familiar with the layout. BPS picks this first. So yep, trivia, Blue Yard is from a pair of Polish players in the region of, I forgot which city. It was mentioned on the Wiki Discord, so I'm going to cheat and look that up. Straight from the horse's mouth, if I could scroll up. No, Blue Yard, blah, I don't see the messages. Ah, messages have disappeared, but... So, people talking about Polish players from back in the day. Mackler is around, he's signed up for this. He is here. He's not quite been able to play his games as frequently as the admins would have hoped, but he is signed up and he is actually in that division with them, I think. Speedball and Andy were trying to schedule games with Mackler. Unfortunately, we have not seen Avenger again in tournaments. But the cool thing with the Polish scene is that it seems like there's a lot of you guys still playing. I mean, you even had a 4-on-4 draft tournament kind of thing. And a duel, I think. There were a couple of Polish-only events in the last year. Can't say that about, for example, the French team. The Germans have that going a bit as well. They have some 4-on-4s every now and then on a Sunday. But the Poles have some good activity going, and they're hosting a LAN. They're hosting a LAN in October, I believe, with international attendance. Milton is going to go there. A number of people from all around Europe are going to go there. Russians, Swedes, whoever. Plenty of people. Okay, we're on. So I don't even know who picked Blue Yard, but someone picked Blue Yard. There it is. Blue Yard. Yep, yep. Alright, so this is a bit of a small map. Never mind the looks. Kind of works. Interesting twist with the ramp going up to Mega. Back wall behind red armor. You can get some splash damage if you camp there. Yellow armor is down there. Not in the water, but mid-level. Yeah, low level even, behind this thing. That's where it is. Little spam. Spam! Red is up. BP has yet to find a good armor, a really good one. It's had a bit of that yellow, but... he would really need something, and going from across there, maybe there's a chance going for red, but he needs to rocket jump. Yes, it's just gone completely around. All the way around. So, red goes to Tom. That was a good shot. Not ideal. That was a much better shot. And Tom is going to be happy he had the red armor on this. Yeah, there is a spawn right there. That's a spawn, this thing. Right next to red. It's not on red, but it's pretty damn close. And if someone is in that area, there is this nice spawn of death in the corner. There. So let's see what Tom does. You stick around mid, you get a pretty good angle on a lot of spawns. Kinda looks like it sort of plays like that one Quake 2 map people play. Cloning Mega. Oh yes, Chastity Belt Duel. From, made by Jalisco. Or I guess since he's Spanish, I guess I should say Jalisco. That map also exists in Quake 3. You may find some people on IRC still, but most everyone is on Discord now. For better or worse, this is what happens, so you have the link in the chat. Free Mega for BPS. Aha! That's embarrassing. Sneaky Tom, what's he doing? Timing out? No, he's still moving. If he was timing out, the animations would be frozen. Oh, gotta love those wobbles. Wobbly triangles. Wobbly, wobbly. That's a red armor for BPS. He's looking just the wrong way. Careful not to thud down the stairs. Very nice, very nice. Not pick up anything. Well, now he has picked up everything. How long can Tom camp for? Well, he's been found out. He can't do that again. And BPS is now tying it up. And gets the red armor again. So he locks red armor now. I believe the 4 red armors to his name are the 4 armors he's picked up in a row just now. If you have an armor, it seems to help. Oh, that reads like a pro strategy, pro Quakeworld handbook kind of thing. Same as to kill the cyber demon, shoot it until it dies. This is what it sounds like to me. Red armor helps. Weapons are good. Wins are decided on frags, so you should get frags. DPS just waiting for the red. Here it is. Mega is on the way. He can just harass Tom through the floors there. Good push from him, but good defense from Tom. Considering BPS had much better armor, they ended up pretty close in terms of levels. You need red armor to take red armor. Okay, Tom finally stops BPS's expansionist streak. So, yep, this is old school as it gets. As old school as it gets in terms of map style. That's the kind of map you don't even need to run software Quakeworld like QWduel to see it the way it was back then. You can visualize it in your mind. More Quakeworld client, that is. Good move by Tom, and we have, like, it's a little cramped, that back room behind red armor area. BPS with the discharge. Yes, you can get discharges here, nearly works. We haven't seen everybody on this map use this to their advantage too much. It's starting to work. What was I saying? Yeah, it's easy to get stuck in the beams above your head when you rocket jump to red from here. Stuck here, there. I hope the microphone got muted in time. I got a hell of a sneeze. It was quite damaged. Microphone probably doesn't even work now. So close. There you go. Tom gets what's coming to him. That was going to be a frag, no matter what. He got it. Yes, red and mega are pretty damn close, right? The thing is, it's a bit of a trap. Now, my first impression of the map in the tournament was that you could use the beam above mega and red to get some self-damage and sort of negate the usefulness of the items, but that was just the first night. All the other nights that we've seen this, and it's been more than a few days that I've seen this somehow. All the other times I haven't seen much use of that beam right there and those walls around. Seen one or two direct rockets from below even, above the edge. But that was it. More sneaky play. Where is Tom? I need to whip out the DM song, I think. Smooth jazz. DPS just one frag behind. He's got everything. Bit of damage doesn't hurt. I mean, doesn't hurt him. Certainly helps. That's a better way of saying that. Careful with the nades. Okay, goes for the push. Come on, Tom is running like hell. Oh yes, brilliant rocket. That's how you tie it up. Nice. Water polo. DPS is just flexing on us now. Although things could go wrong. Yeah, Tom won't be able to hit any of those grenades. Would have been really swell. Yeah, Tom attempts the revenge shot at BPS, cutting him off with the rocket before he gets to the teleport. Doesn't work. Nah. And now BPS is just going to mop the floor with him unless he throws it in the last second, like Taman versus Samon earlier. Final seconds. So it's going to go to BPS, but that was close. We saw Tom camp it out a bit at some point, and it's a good thing that he did, because we'd have lost quicker. So this was Tom's map pick, of course. And we now go to the other map pick that I expected before, which is Aerowalk, picked by BPS. Who'd have thunk it? BPS picking the Aerowalk. What a surprise. What a surprise. Okay, this is how you do it as well. When I try this rocket jump, I just get stuck in the ceiling and I watch as, in horror, as my opponent gets my mega and my yellow. I have to give BPS a yellow card for confusing the video encoder. You're not allowed to play so fast. The encoder cannot keep up. Retalmer's going to Tom, 2 in a row. That's all he's got. No frags yet. But you just wait. You just wait. Well, okay, so BPS is going for pot shots from different angles to soften up little by little. And then maybe then he can strike. Okay, interesting. He didn't go for the yellow right ahead. And you thought it was a good call because Tom was nearby. He came out the other side. Careful play from the Swedish Sith Lord. What was that? From behind? I think BPS needs to win another LAN event or something, because that headset of his needs replacing. Actually, if Tom snuck up on him from behind, good sound or not, wouldn't have made a difference. Was that a hit at all? I can't really tell. Nice push from Tom. He gets frag and red armor. BPS yet to touch a red. I think either Tom is completely into BPS's mind, or BPS is fooling around. Within the next 5 minutes, he's going to just turn on and go, okay, red armors are mine now, and then it'll be it for Tom. Bouncy nades, low on armor though. Tom has a red. Nearly missing out on that yellow. Good rocket from Tom as well. Yeah, BPS was trapped. His only hope was that the red armor would spawn, and then it would only have delayed the inevitable split second more, because 1 and 4 doesn't go. You don't go too far, even with a red armor on top of that. Not great. Yeah. Okay. So he's behind. Not any reds still, but he's at all the mega health. Tom has had all of the reds, and BPS has had all the mega health. And here's the turning point. First red for BPS, nearly 4 minutes in. Time to first red, 3:58. That's a bit of work ahead of him. Tom spam. Tom spam isn't enough. BPS is in possession of a hefty amount of rockets and some red armor. Soon to be more. And he's got Tom trapped in that corner there, so... Doesn't go for the... it didn't chase through the teleport. And he was ready to pounce in case Tom spawned at the red. Which, by the way, is free. So, yep. BPS getting 3 reds in a row now. I think 3 in a row. Or pretty much. He's got 3 now. I think they were all in a row. Tom will have... well, it's not the best of luck since spawn, but it could have been worse. Could have spawned right in front. Could have spawned on red. I don't believe red was available then. Bit to spam. Softly cushions Tom's fall with that LG. How thoughtful. Going for the difficult angles. Not quite hitting them, so needs a little more warm-up, but there's 4 more minutes of map to go, so he's got all the warm-up time he needs. He's 1 frag ahead now. And of course I'm talking about BPS, whom we are viewing now. I'm aware that we're on his point of view. For once, yes! For once I'm calling the actions of the person actually being tracked, thinking that it's him, not the other guy. Know what I mean? It was an interesting flick nade. And kind of a good read. Tom was in the general direction of up. Just not up to that side. Convenient spawns for the Swede. 4 frags ahead. So we don't have full Steam BPS just yet, but could still be coming up. You just wait. We saw a bit of a glimpse of that mega health to the side. Risky play, gonna cut off Tom. Yeah, there we go. He's on. It's just going to give us a bit of a show now. Make sure Tom does not get anything to do with that yellow armor next. Easy for Blaps. 3 minutes to go, only 5 frags, but he looks all of a sudden much more in to the game, like tuned in, so to speak. Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a facial, and it was. +9. So it didn't take until the 7th minute to happen, but eventually at some point BPS decided I'm going to get the red armors now, they're all mine. And that's pretty much what's happened. He let maybe 1 or 2 slide. He's got all of the reds since, or just about. Oh yes, smooth moves, rocket jumps, sideways B-hopping, inwards B-hopping, however you want to call it. Oof, Tom jumping into that grenade. There is no door, only a grenade. Bonk. Final minute, PPS is 11 frags ahead. He could have had a lot more if he wanted, so I think, yes, he was just humoring us with this. So I guess when it's difficult to get people, to get quality games with people at a level that is challenging to you, I guess, sort of playing out of control on purpose in the first few minutes and then getting back into it is a way of training in games that weren't otherwise quite as competitive. I would say that maybe that's some of what's happening. Because this is a pattern that many of us have noticed, I think, with him and Loktar as well, and maybe some others. So, convincing win for BPS, not that we expected any otherwise. Certainly gave Tom a fighting chance in the beginning, not touching any of the reds. I don't think it was on behalf of, on part of Tom, like locking them down super hard. It's just BPS didn't seem to bother with the reds too much at the start. So there we have it. That's a 2-0 for the Blaps. Good games. And that's the end of the official games for today. Now... quick check on the Quakeworld Duel Discord.